Hey there, it's Sam at Rare B&B. I'm going to mask those ads because they get annoying. And I am playing a Crossmath puzzle by Guru Puzzle Game. There's no S on the end of that. I was asked if I knew how to solve one of these things, and I do. And I'm going to make a video about it. So if you don't like math, and you're not interested in this is not the video for you. If you have a basic understanding of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, then you shouldn't have too hard of a time with this game. It also doesn't hurt to understand inverse operations, which is a fancy pants way of saying that if 8 plus 8 is 16, then 16 minus 8 will be 8. Basically just changing the signs and making it the same thing backwards. It's all it is. Maybe listen to that. Try and work it out on a piece of paper if you don't understand it. It really is just switching the signs. That's inverse operations, and you use that in this game, so it's very helpful to know. So let's get acclimated with this puzzle. If you'll notice that you can break it into kind of weird thirds. There's one multiplication puzzle in each, or one multiplication problem in each. And you'll notice that there are a few equations on the bottom there that are already started for you. To try and make it easier, I like to start with the multiplication because it follows the order of operations. And I also like to start on the left because I'm a creature of habit. So that's where I'm going to start, is the top left corner, where it is blank times blank equals 78. And I'm going to go ahead and put those answers in. Now it's not going to be the 3 up here because you can't add anything to 4 and make 3, so I know it's going to be on the bottom. And then the 26 will be on the top. So we've got that one figured out. And from there we're going to know that 26 minus 4, inverse operation, is going to be 22. So that gives us the answer to that top problem. Now we'll move on to 22 plus blank equals 29. And we know that 9 minus 2 is 7, so that's the answer. 29 minus 7 equals 22. And there, that gives us that answer as well. Now if we go ahead and put our 8 in here, we will have the answer to our last equation in this top third, which is going to be 86. Now we can move on to the next third of our puzzle, which will be the top right, where there is that multiplication problem that you see there. Again, I like to start with the multiplication. And it is going to be, I hope it's going to be 18 times 4 equals 72. This is where things get a little bit tricky, because you have the 29 and the 22 have to have that one corner number in common. And if they don't, then that means other answers are wrong somewhere. So we're going to try to figure out exactly what belongs in that little corner between the 22 and the 29. So 22 minus what equals question mark, and question mark plus what equals 29. There is a common answer, and that common answer will go in that corner, and that will help us solve those two particular equations. So there's something you should probably know, and that is that I do edit these videos. I mean, I'm not just sitting here blowing through these. I do have to think about them, and I don't usually edit for mistakes unless they're going to be confusing, but I do edit for time, and this is one of those times I had to really edit for time, because this one, I'm not going to lie, it was a little tricky to try and figure out what went between these two. If you figured it out faster than I did, congratulations. It took me a little bit. But I did get it, and the answer was 14 for that corner, and that allows us to finish off this entire top third, as well as opening up that multiplication problem for that bottom third. Now is no exception about mistakes, man. I make them, and I accidentally removed my correct answer, and then I panicked. And I am a firm believer that panic is the number one reason people fail tests. But I did get my game back together, as you can see, and I got that first multiplication problem completed. And now we can continue with our bottom third. And I told you I make mistakes, and I do not lie, because the very first thing I did was pull this 7 up here, even though I knew the answer was 11, and I don't know why I did that. Um, but I did, and you saw it. You saw that I did that. The rest of the time, when you get this low, you only have 4 letters. You can usually use some form of deduction to not have to do a whole lot of, mental thinking. Large numbers are going to fit in there, obvious places and whatnot. This is basically how you play this game. If you like this game, you can start on an easy level, or you can jump right in at the deep end. And I hope that I was able to show you how to play it. And if you like this game and you like this video, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And there you go.